New experiences and minds opened.
Expression in multiple forms.
Moved on. Progressed. Shared. New groups formed, friends connected.
Amazing creativity unleashed.
Loads of people involved. Disruptive. Noise. Confidence goes through the roof.
Youth explore uncharted territory.
I'm Keith Whitten, I work for Telford and Wrekin Council, basically trying to get better services for people, getting people engaged with ways that they can make services work better, and building up capacity in the community with all ages of people.
My name is Stuart Jones. I work at Bismarck Youth Centre. We've been working with the Hive and the Hyperlink project for, I think, since it started.
My name's Julia Sockett and I'm a freelance project coordinator for Telford and Wrekin Council's Arts Developments team.
My name's Barney and I've been working at Bishop's Castle Youth Centre on the Hyperlink project. We've been running DJ workshops. They've been mostly learning how to mix, scratch and use the decks.
My name's Aaron Fowler, I'm part of Fowler and Sumner, and I was one of the original artists at the beginning of Hyperlink 3 years ago, so I was involved in the kind of preparing for it to start and finding out about software and that kind of thing, and then I was lead artist in Shrewsbury and Telford.
The most positive aspects of Hyperlink were that it is very non-judgmental, non-exclusive, that it wasn't expecting people, the young people who took part in it or anybody else, to have a knowledge or expertise in art forms or in what they were going to try and do. That it started and was run throughout on a basis of including people.
When we started Telford Talent 2010, there was an opportunity for Hyperlink to come in and work alongside us doing all sorts of different creative media. And we jumped to the opportunity. There was 21 young people who took advantage of it. Different numbers on, obviously, over the, I think it was 13 weeks that we did Hyperlink. And we incorporated it as part of the Arts Award assessment and accreditation for that project.
I think Hyperlink has benefited the young people that I've worked with because it's given them, a lot of young people, a new angle, and a lot of young people take part in activities and things they haven't done before. People who haven't even attended the youth centre before. We've seen them on the streets or at school, and we've known they've had a slight interest in music and video, etc. But also other people who don't normally participate in a lot of the things we put on have been able to take part in things and, you know, put pieces of work together, increase in confidence, and, you know, achieve positive results.
I think the whole Hyperlink process has benefited me particularly because now that I'm going on to work with other groups of young people, it's given me the skills and the confidence to use this sort of technology, so I can take something that's added to it. We've literally just had a new project start, and already they've had a video, edited video of their review of a trip they did to London, and also a 17-page montage of the Comet Life to put straight into their Arts Awards. So in terms of me being able to offer that group something else, and also the organisers, it's been sort of thumbs up, so yeah, it's excellent.
The most positive aspects of Hyperlink for me have been personally about finding out about new software, and you know, it's a good experience to tackle sort of alternative delivery styles, and partly using free technology meant that I had to learn and also kind of deliver in a way that was about shared learning. So, you know, learning with participants that I was teaching rather than necessarily always coming in from a position of knowing everything about something and sharing it.
Hyperlink's benefited quite a few of the young people that we've worked with, mostly because they haven't had a chance to make and create music in the ways that we've been showing them. They've been able to use modern technology to, like I say, learn DJing, mixing and scratching, but also some of the free software that's available on the internet is quite accessible to young people so that they can carry on being creative at home.
It increased the numbers of young people who came to our session on a Wednesday and probably a Tuesday evening. We had numbers, say, anything from 10 to 20 before the project started, up to like between 30 and 40, because people came specifically to take part in music and video activities. So I believe it actually helped the membership of the group, and people ask now, is Chris coming back in, is Emma coming back in, you know, we can do some more work, which is good, it's positive to hear.
When I started the Hyperlink project, I was actually quite new to the field of educating people, although I've been a practicing artist for some years. So yeah, it's just all been a great learning experience.
We've got one young lad, Bish, who sort of like was doing the DJing work with Josh, and he's now gone on to, he's already done 2 performances himself, DJing sets, and he wants to take that further, teaching the younger ones how to use the equipment and do some gigs himself in various places. I think he's going on a tour soon with the youth service and whatnot, doing some DJing, so it's all good.
The young people have been great, they've been really involved, they've been coming every week. We've had regular group with the same people attending week after week and asking for more. So yes, it's been good.
Several of the young people I worked with at the Wakeman were doing their Arts Award as part of their sort of art GCSE, so they were using some of the animations and music that they produced towards their Arts Award. And then we had one young participant who was here at the Hive, and then at the Wakeman, Tom, who sort of, it was clear his confidence was boosted, and all the young people were sort of really self-sufficient by the end of it. Sort of just came in and got the equipment themselves.
Challenges and issues along the way, I would say, with certain groups, how to engage certain members of it. And the way I feel that I got around that with my practice is that I always try to take quite a lot of equipment along to every session, so there's a very wide range of options available for them. And I tended to find that there'll be something that I can do with them that every young person will enjoy, and it's a case of catering the right activity to the right young people.
What I'd like to see that it's changed or an improvement on it would be additional funding, more equipment. We had one Apple Mac between, well, it was 20 in the group, so you know, it was utilised when doing animation. We also needed it for Comic Life, and we also needed it for video editing, which meant there had to be quite a lot of things going on in the room at one time. For example, the music and the keyboard sessions need to be taking place, but the majority of people actually want to use the Apple Mac. So I think in the future we need to pull resources together so that we've got that opportunity for more people to get involved.
If there was anything that I would have changed to Hyperlink or could have made different, it would have been to have more participants, but we sort of tried our best in Shrewsbury. I think that was just beyond my control, but it would have been nice to sort of have larger groups. I think sort of compared to some of the other venues, they were going into sort of youth groups or established groups of people, whereas here it was sort of trying to recruit from the public.
You know, it's very hard to establish groups of young people in places where those groups don't already exist, so it's much more successful in sort of the youth setting where there is an established group of young people, whereas in Shrewsbury at Belmont, at the Hive, it never really happened because there wasn't an established kind of community of young people in existence to build from.
I think if the whole thing were to run again, the one thing I would suggest would be, for every group of young people, there's a certain amount of consultation beforehand to find out specifically what that group's more keen in, and then get the artist who best matches that range of things.
Having equipment to work on was great, although we didn't have that straight away. If that would have come sooner, that would have made things easier, but apart from that, in my area, I wouldn't have changed anything.